Yo, what's up YouTube? Back with another video. Welcome to High Vibrational Kings. This is a channel for people that want to better themselves in life. Shout out to anybody holding on to their energy, breaking bad addictions, and trying to become a better version of themselves. In this video, I want to talk about the negative effects, the negative side of semen retention / self-improvement. So SR / self-improvement, it kind of feels like a journey. It's like you're kind of transforming your life from your old self into like a new version of you. And in the process of doing that, you're gonna be shedding like a lot of energies. A lot of the things that you used to do, you're not gonna be doing it anymore, obviously, because you're trying to better yourself. So that includes, old habits, addictions, friendships, people that you used to hang out with. When you go on retention, guys, you'll see that like nothing's the same, guys. Like, it's just, I don't know, for me personally, it feels like it's kind of like a inner journey, and a lot of the things that you used to do in the past, it's like you won't be able to do it anymore because you're becoming, you're literally like on a new type of vibration that like your old self isn't even you anymore. Like, if you would look back on yourself, like it's like almost unrecognizable. Like, obviously, like you're like, it's you, but at the same time it's like the things that you used to do, like it doesn't, like you can't even do it anymore. So like the negative side effects or like the negative feelings that come with this is that when you go on retention, it's kind of like you face your problems, head on. Like, you're not hiding away from it anymore, like with the hub or just things, you're not putting the band-aid on like things that you don't like. It's kind of like you have your whole life just like right in front of your face, or it's like kind of like on a spotlight, and now you have to go through like a lot of negative emotions and things like that, shadow work, go within, right? Go within and work on those problems and navigate through it, because we live in a society where a lot of people numb their problems with external things, hanging out with just people, drinking, smoking, the hub, just anything, guys, anything that kind of like masks whatever you're going through. And when it comes to retention, guys, it's kind of like you're not hiding anymore. It's kind of like I said, it's like a spotlight where now you have to like go through your problems and face them head on. And sometimes it's kind of like it's like a lonely journey, because you realize that like a lot of people that you used to hang out with, even if you wanted to hang out with them, it's like not the same. Like, you can't even relate to them anymore, because you're trying to better yourself. You're using retention as a tool. Well, it's a spiritual practice as well, but it's kind of like a tool that helps you move forward in life. So you're gonna be losing like a lot of friends. I made a video on this before, but in the process of doing that, guys, you're gonna be spending a lot of time like alone, because when you're alone, that's when you could kind of like concentrate and like solve your problems, go within. Because when you're always out here in a crowd, you're always out here drinking, you're always out here doing things, it's just all distractions, guys, and then you're not where your life wants to be. You're kind of like blocking your own blessings by engaging in a lot of negative things that you used to do. But retention, it kind of like you kind of step back away from everything, and now it gives you time to like reflect and kind of like see your life on a different perspective. So there'll be times where you feel like kind of alone and lonely, and you're just like kind of look back on your past of when you were like hanging out with certain people or doing certain things, and it could bring up like negative feelings, or just like, it's just like, that's what I noticed, guys. It's almost like, well, a lot of reasons, guys. Like when you're on retention, you don't have brain fog anymore. You could think a lot more clear. So it's not like you're not like in this haze all the time. You feel very clear minded. So that could be like, obviously that's a good thing, but at the same time, it's kind of like if you have like negative emotions within you, they could kind of like surface up, and now there's like no hiding. You have to like face it like head on, right? So yeah, there's just times where it's just like, damn, like you're just kind of reminiscing on like the past of like people you used to hang out with or things like that, and then you kind of feel like you want to go back to that, but just the thought of like going back to those old friends or old situations that you used to do, just the thought of that is just kind of exhausting. Like me looking back on the things that I used to do back then, it's fun, right? Just because something is fun doesn't mean that it's like good for you. Like it's just all like distractions a lot. Like it's all like a false sense of happiness most of the time. Because I had a lot of fun back then, just drinking all the time, or just doing just whatever, like just hanging out with certain people, or just kind of like putting my life on hold. It kind of felt like that. I was having fun, but after all that was over, it just left me with like emptiness. So retention is a very powerful tool that kind of makes you look within. It's a spiritual journey where it kind of makes you reflect on yourself and like your whole life. It just puts a spotlight on you and everything around you. And it's kind of like impossible to go back to like certain things they used to do, because like I said, you're like on a whole nother vibration, and it's just literally you're like kind of in the process of like, I don't know, man. It's like that the caterpillar, he's just like a worm and shit, and then like he sets himself apart from the world. He goes into that cocoon, and then in that cocoon, like it's a metaphor. It's kind of like an example. Like you're just going through all these things. You're working on yourself in silent, and then later on down the road in your life, you just come out as like a butterfly. You're just like a new version of yourself. And that's what retention kind of feels like, where your past self is like you as a worm, just kind of being a bum, or just not being like happy with your life, or things like that. And then you go into that cocoon, you go on retention, self-improvement, you just cut off, you distance yourself from all these people and things that you used to do in order to go within. And now you're just like in the process of being a better version of yourself. And in the process of doing that, it'll be like a lot of negative emotions sometimes. There's benefits obviously from retaining. You'll feel like a lot more happier, but sometimes there's some days where it's not all like sunshines and rainbows. Like, I mean, the sun is shining on me right now, so I feel pretty good just being out here in the sun. But like within, you just have you need to work on yourself a lot when you're retaining, because you're no longer hiding. You're just like working through whatever you have to do. Because guys, it's so easy to be a bum nowadays. Like, it's so easy to just go to the store, just get alcohol, just go on social media, just hang out with a group of low vibrational people, or just partying. All those things, guys. Partying, sex, the hub, fapping, all those things, they're super easy to do, guys. But where is it gonna take you in life? Like, doing all that back then, like, did it bring you happiness? It's just a false sense. It's like it's not real, guys. Like, every time I would do certain things in the past, that would be fun, right? Afterwards, it's just like you just feel like an empty void. And when it comes to like retention, it's kind of like you go through the process. you go through the process of healing whatever you need to heal in order to come out like a new, better, stronger version of yourself for the future. Because there's times, guys, where I'm just thinking like, maybe I should go hit this person up, or maybe I should go buy like some alcohol, something to like feel right, like. But like I said, it's all fake. You have to go through the process. You have to go through like the emotions and negativity, because you're working on yourself. It's a slow process, guys. It's like literally a journey of you, like a self journey, where you just go within and you step away from the world to focus on yourself. Because I can't be out here in a crowd just partying, just getting drunk, because when you're out in the world, you kind of lose yourself. You don't know who you are. And I feel like every person has to go through a time in their life where they're alone, right? They're just like focusing and working on themselves. Just all those people from the past, you have to get rid of them. They no longer serve you because you're no longer that person that you were in the past. So you have to just, embrace the struggle and, just take it day by day, because it's crazy that like the times we live in, like it's just, I don't know, man. It's like so much in this world, guys. And I'm sure a lot of people are going through the same thing, where they're just on this self-improvement journey and they feel kind of like alone sometimes, but it's all a part of the process. It's all a part of growing and healing, because who knows where you're going to be 1 year from now. 1 year ago, I was, starting to improve myself, but I was still doing a lot of bum shit. But every year, I feel like I'm advancing more and more. And ever since I've discovered attention, it's like, I have like this urgency to self-improve my life, because for the longest time, it felt like my blessings were put on hold because I was always drinking. I was always hanging out with these low vibrational people, and I was just, blocking my own blessings. And like all those things, drinking, partying, it's fun, right? But it's just distractions, guys. Like you feel like you lose your soul when you're always doing that. But sometimes you need to get away from all that. You need to go out here like in nature. You need to reconnect back with yourself and know who you are. And in the process of doing that, you're going to have to eliminate distractions and things that have stunted your growth from the past. You have to just cut ties with a lot of people, a lot of situations and things that you used to do, because it's a lot of baggage, and you have to let go of it, because you're like literally raising your vibration, and you can't be raising your vibration while still hanging out with certain people or doing certain things, because they're like anchors. They're not letting you rise up. So you have to like cut those things off. You have to step away from everybody, be low key, get off social media, work on yourself every day, physically, mentally, and spiritually. And like it's just, you would just become a much stronger version of yourself in the future, physically, mentally, and spiritually, guys. Like it's insane. It's a slow process, but I see where this is going. This isn't a challenge. This is literally a journey within oneself. It's a journey of self-improvement, and with that comes, shadow work, just working on things that you need to clear out. So yeah, guys, you have to you have to get rid of like a lot of things, a lot of people, and yeah, like negative emotions will come here and there, but you have to just kind of ground yourself. Like even if you don't feel as good one day, just keep moving forward, guys. Know why you're doing this. Know that it's It's just to become a better version of yourself. It's just to become who you're meant to be in life. Because for the longest time, probably for years, you were just stunting your own growth spiritually. And now that you're awake to this new knowledge, now that you know about retention, now that you know about how the world works, now that you're more connected spiritually, you have to use that spiritual gift, this knowledge, this wisdom, in order to, move forward in life. So, just ride the wave and just take it day by day, because you can't be that old version of yourself that you once were. That old version is like, it's you, but the energy, the mentality was completely different. Retention is like a spiritual practice where you just learn about yourself. You learn a lot about yourself and a lot about what you need to do and what not to do. And the best way to do that is by going within, stepping away from distractions and people that no longer serve you, right? And it could be tough, especially like if you have a lot of memories with somebody or things like that, but deep within in your intuition that you have to let them go and you have to keep moving forward. Everything isn't permanent. Some people come into your life for a reason, to either teach you a lesson or to be a blessing. So I'm gonna just wrap it up with that, guys. I don't want to make the video too long. So yeah, man, just keep moving forward. Just take it day by day and just be wise out here, So with that being said, guys, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see y'all in the next one. Peace.
Your career and your life is advancing. God put people in your life for a reason. Others are there for a season. And it's very important that you recognize when people's seasons are over.